Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Unit 46, No or Zero article. For complete language course, please visit my website www.adzofenglish.com. In today's lesson we shall learn where not to use any article. In Unit 44 we learned how to use indefinite articles, and in Unit 45 we learned how to use definite article. And today we are gonna learn where not to use any article. So we do not use any article before the names of substances and abstract nouns, that is uncountable nouns, used in general sense. When you're generally talking about substances and abstract nouns or uncountable nouns, you do not use any article. For example, sugar is bad for teeth. Gold is a precious metal. Honesty is the best policy. So in these sentences, like sugar is bad for teeth, you are generally talking about sugar, that sugar is bad for teeth. That is something general about sugar. So that's why we do not say the sugar. And gold is a precious metal, so we are not saying the gold, because we are generally talking about gold. Gold is a precious metal. And honesty is the best policy, so we are not using any article before honesty. And we can't even use indefinite article, because sugar is uncountable, gold is uncountable, and honesty, all of them are uncountable. You cannot use indefinite articles a or n before them. So the remaining one is only definite article, the, and you can't use even the, because you are not particularly talking about these things. So remember that don't use definite article before substances and abstract nouns when you're generally talking about them. But when you talk about any substance or an uncountable noun in particular, you will use definite article. For example, the gold in this watch is not of good quality. Now in this sentence we are saying the gold. In the previous sentence, gold is a precious metal, we did not use definite article the, because we were generally talking about gold. But in this sentence we are not talking generally about gold, we are talking about particular gold in this watch. We are not talking about any gold, we are talking about particular gold, the gold present in this watch. So that makes it particular, so we have to use definite article the before it. So the gold in this watch is not of good quality. Another example is the honesty of his brother must not be doubted. So we are not talking about honesty in general, we are talking about honesty of his brother. That makes honesty particular, so we have to use definite article the before honesty. Before plural nouns used in general sense, you know that we can't use indefinite articles before plural nouns. So the other one, definite article, cannot be used before plural nouns when you talk about them in general. For example, children like ice cream, so it's a general statement about children all over the world like ice cream. So it's a plural noun, children is a plural noun, and you are talking generally about children, so you cannot say the children, you would say children like ice creams. Likewise, computers are now used everywhere. But if you talk about particular plural nouns, you'll have to use the before them. For example, where are the children? It does not mean that you are asking about the children all over the world, right? It means our children, your children. It means where are the students? So where are the students? That means my students. If I say where are the servants, so it means I'm definitely asking about my servants, particular servants. So children, students, and servants in these sentences, they are particular. So that's why we have used the before them. Before the names of people, I have heard a lot of students who use definite articles sometimes, and sometimes they use indefinite articles before the names of people. So remember never to use any article before the names of people. For example, the Arsalan, it's wrong, don't say the Arsalan, say Arsalan. Don't say the Aslam, say Aslam. Don't say the Salim, say just Salim. Don't even say an Arsalan or Arsalan. Remember, whenever you are saying the name of a person, kindly don't use any article before the names of people. Before the names of continents, For example, Europe, so don't say the Europe. Asia, don't say the Asia. Likewise, the Africa would be wrong, so simply say Europe, Asia, Africa. Don't say the Europe, don't say the Asia or an Asia or an Africa or the Africa. So remember that we never use definite article or indefinite article before the names of continents. Before the names of countries and cities, for example, the Pakistan, that's wrong, don't say the Pakistan, simply say Pakistan. Likewise, the India, that's wrong, simply say India. The Sydney, don't say the Sydney, just say Sydney. The Karachi, that would be wrong, Karachi. So Pakistan, India, Sydney, Karachi. So whenever you are naming any country or city, don't use definite article or indefinite article before it. Before the names of individual mountains. Now I cleared this thing when I was explaining definite article in unit 45. I told you that we use definite article the before the names of mountain ranges, but when you talk about an individual mountain, you will not use definite article the before it. For example, K2. Now don't say the K2. K2 is not the name of a mountain range, it's the name of an individual mountain. So that's why if you say the K2, that would be completely wrong. So say K2. Likewise, the Mount Everest, don't say the Mount Everest, say Mount Everest. Likewise, the Mount Kilimanjaro, don't say the Mount Kilimanjaro, say Mount Kilimanjaro. So remember, please don't use definite article before individual mountains, but when you're talking about mountain ranges like the Karakoram, the Hindu Kush, so then you can use definite article before them. Before the names of individual islands and lakes. If you're talking about individual islands, for example, Maldives Islands, right? I think the capital is Males, right? So don't you cannot say the Males, right, because it's an individual island. Males is an individual island, and capital, I think capital of Maldives. So whenever you are naming individual islands and lakes, don't use definite article before them. For example, the Navarino is in Chile. Navarino is an island, actually it's an island in Chile. So if you say the Navarino, that would be wrong. Just say Navarino. Navarino is in Chile. Likewise, the Kinjar Lake, don't say the Kinjar Lake, say Kinjar Lake, or another name of Kinjar Lake is Curly Lake. So don't say the Curly Lake, just say Curly Lake. Curly Lake is in Pakistan. Okay, so remember never to use definite article before individual islands and lakes.